Hello everyone, welcome to TUG. My name is Josiah, and today we're going to be exploring my base, and I'll be explaining my inspirations behind building it, and how I sort things, how I do things in the game. That is the front wall of my base up there, but before we get started, I just wanted to show you guys something interesting I found in this world. And it is right down here. Look at all these mushrooms, and of course the mushroom people spawn down here like crazy, which is I think is going to come in handy in future updates. Oh, there's another one just back there. But yeah, lots and lots of mushrooms up here. Oh gosh, one of them just two of them. Okay, I think I'm getting a little too close to them. Let's get away from them so they can live in peace for a little while and just explore the base. So as far as the base goes, I have this front entrance wall right here, and the only reason I have vine fences in front of it is because I wanted to showcase those off during this video. As you can see, this wall isn't fully complete. I'm in the middle of building this. This is the first wall I built when I first moved here in my survival world. And this is essentially the same design that I want to put on this side. First room we're going to explore is the storage area. So inside the storage area, you'll notice that I have been hoarding quite a few things, especially animal pelts and leaves. Food, for example. Wooden branches. I'm trying to collect actually more of these because I would like to put torches in front of a lot of the entryways. Of course, all the ores so we can make bronze tools like the one I have in my hand right now. Some coal. Do I have tin? Yes, I do. Okay, I saw that earlier. Sticks, vines, the usual stuff. Let's go ahead and move on to the actual crafting room. So in the crafting room we have quite a few of the actual crafting stations. Now something to note about crafting stations, usually if you have to use a material on a crafting station in order to make something, just put that material next to that actual crafting station. For example, if I wanted to make a bronze tool, I would have to put the head of that tool on this table and use both hardwood handles, which I already have on the table, and of course leather strips, which I have right next to it. And the crafting station will automatically pull those items from anywhere nearby. Let's also go down the rest of the list. We have the bed, all the tools that I have, of course, in my crafting area, and the pumpkin cauldron, which we use in order to make these potions right here. So far, the only potions I have created are the durability potion and the health potion. I plan to make the growth potion as well later on. Also, since we have a pumpkin cauldron here, we're going to need a fire underneath in order to activate it. In order to light this fire and the one I have in my blacksmith area just over there, I have all my wood that I use to light fires stored just right here. Now I mentioned just a little bit ago that in order to use a crafting station efficiently, you want to have the materials used by it right next to it, and nowhere does that become more apparent than when you're using a furnace and of course a sand casting mold. Say you wanted to make a bronze tool like the one I have in my hand right here, the bronze sword. You would put, we'd have to have a crude version of a sword, but you'd put it right here, and of course you'd press G in order to craft. The sand cast mold, once the furnace is lit by coal, will automatically grab a Latin, not quite sure how to pronounce these, but it will automatically grab them from the pit that I have right here in order to make this bronze sword. So you have seen the storage room, the crafting area, but now let's go ahead and explore my food source, my farm. Now I mined through that wall, as you can see right there, the path we just walked to, and it gives us this huge wide open area, and I do plan to expand my farm eventually, but for right now it does support me and my needs. You'll notice I have quite a few fruit trees, mainly because they are a fantastic source of food, because the food actually grows and then drops and regrows on the trees, leaving you with lots of food on the floor to pick up. And since items in this version of the game do not despawn as of yet, it becomes incredibly efficient to just leave these sitting here and regrowing food for you. Of course, due to size, I couldn't put too many pumpkin vines down, but I do have 2 of them, 3 gourd vines, and of course 3 melon vines. Gourds are of course very useful since I am going to be making a lot more potions in the future, because I've noticed potions, especially the durability potions, are pretty OP. Next thing I wanted to show you guys was actually this. When I first started using my survival world, I wanted to create a gazebo right over here, so I mined out the bottom of this little pillar of cobblestone and lined it with some building cobblestone. Now eventually I do want to put some pillars all the way down to the ground so this isn't floating and doesn't look so unnatural. And then I'm going to put a pit just in the middle of it so that I can take all the fruit that drops from those trees and just put it right in there. We'll have an infinite source of food. It'll be fantastic. Last thing I'm going to show you guys today is actually the walls, and what I mean by that is actually the top of the walls, because you can walk on them. So right over here you may have noticed already I've got a little staircase that goes up. It's a very crude staircase, and I will probably change this in the future, make it a little more sloped so you can just walk right up it. Another thing you'll notice, I wanted to make some sort of awning, some sort of cobbled awning out of these crafting stones, the flat stones right here. So I've gone out and collected quite a few of them. And over here you can see the actual walkways on the tops of the walls. This one, of course, like I said, is not quite finished. This one is, however, and I will eventually repeat the pattern over to that wall. Another thing I wanted to show you guys was some really cool terrain generation that I found when I started moving everything around up here. One pillar here, another pillar here, and inside it makes a horseshoe shaped area which I would like to eventually make into my house. I'm thinking that since this actually isn't the top layer we're on right now, it's actually up there, there might still be some room up there that I could use, so I might just make a multi-storied house. So guys, that has been an exploration of my base inside the game of TUG. Don't forget to leave a like, favorite, or subscribe so you can show support for the channel and also for Nerd Kingdom, who is actually developing this game right now. It is very impressive because they have built everything from the ground up, including their own game engine. It is fantastic. Just looking around this game is so much fun, exploring, crafting, building. There are a lot of high hopes for this game, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, don't forget to leave a like, favorite, subscribe. And the last thing I'm going to do is actually show you guys the day-night cycle just really quick as I click on this bed, and I will see you guys next time.